Y'all, it's getting to be that time of the year again. The days are getting shorter. They're getting a little bit cooler. I know a lot of you guys will be going to get in your duck blinds or your deer stands. A lot of you are going to be sitting on the sidelines at your kids' football games, and it might be time to have something warm to drink. So we're going to take a look at 4 of the most popular brands of thermoses here today and see which one performs the best. At the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can win one of these thermoses. So y'all stick around. Before we go any further, guys, like the video, comment on the video, share it, and let's get into it. Now, I've got 4 very different thermoses or water bottles, some are called, and they're in 4 different sizes. And I'm gonna tell you, when I was buying these things, it's actually kind of hard to find them in the same size, and they do a little bit different things, so we're gonna take a look at them. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and fill all of these up with hot water straight from my tap so I know the temperature's consistent, and we're gonna go ahead and test that. Now, I've got a few errands to run today, so I'm gonna leave the house and I'm gonna leave them sit for probably 3 or 4 hours, and it will come and do a wrap on the video, and we'll see which one has retained heat the longest. The first one we're gonna take a look at here is the Rtic. Now, this is the smallest one I have here. This one is 32 ounces, and it only claims to keep hot liquid hot for about 6 hours. So it's really on the low end of them, but it does claim to keep ice good for 24 hours. And I know Rtics are really good at holding ice. Now, you'll find this one has a carry handle on top, and it has a flip open lid that you can drink out of. And when you unscrew it, you'll notice it does have a large enough opening so you can pour your coffee into it safely and easily. It'll come with an Rtic sticker like most Rtic products do. But this will be the first one on the list. So our next biggest one in size will be the Yeti Rambler. Now, the Yeti doesn't claim any specific times on how long it'll keep hot liquid hot, but I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty good. It is a Yeti after all, and they're really good products, even though they're a bit overpriced. Now, this bottle here is 36 ounces. It has a handle on the lid as well. We'll open up the Yeti, and you'll see it has a small opening that'll be good for drinking out of, but you'll also notice that the Rambler lid does indeed come all the way off, with a very large opening for pouring in any hot liquids you need to pour. Now, the Yeti will come with its standard fare, with its Yeti sticker, the Yeti registration, where you can send it off and get a few stickers from Yeti, and that's always pretty cool. I've done that a few times. I like getting those extra stickers. I'm kind of a fan of the Yeti products. I think they're really nice products. So we'll be checking this one out. And then next, we'll move on to a more typical thermos, and the name Thermos. We're gonna be looking at the Thermos. This one claims it'll keep hot liquids hot for 24 hours. Now, this one's coming in at 40 ounces. So the thing that's gonna differentiate a thermos from just a water bottle that's good at keeping liquids hot is you don't drink directly from this container, you have a coffee cup. Now, a lot of people are like that, a lot of people won't. Which one you really wanna get is gonna be up to you. So the way these work, you open up the lid just a little bit, and then your liquid will be able to pour into your cup. They're not really made from drinking from the containers, but when you remove this, you'll see it has a kind of small lid, which may be a little bit hard to pour from a coffee pot or whatnot, but these things are definitely made to be drank from a cup. They're not made to be drank out of. And it too has a sticker in it. Of course, it's caught in that small neck. I don't know why they neck these things down so small. It's not a sticker, just a little pamphlet there. Now we move on to the most recognizable one of the bunch. Now, honestly, I did not mean to buy this one this big. I meant for it to be a little smaller. This is the 2-quart model, and I was thinking pints when I ordered it. I thought I was getting something around 32 ounces. But anyway, this is what we got, and it's here. So here it is. Now, this too comes with a cup on the top, and the lid works the same way as the thermos. You'll open it a little bit, and then you can pour your liquid into it, and I'll demonstrate that here in a little bit. but it does have a much larger opening for pouring your hot liquids into it. It'll be much better. Now this one claims to hold hot liquids for 32 hours. So the Stanley does claim to be the best. And as far as thermoses go, I'm gonna tell you, this is an old favorite of mine. My father, before he died, carried a Stanley thermos for years on end, and he carried it everywhere. He would carry it on a tractor and drink hot coffee in the middle of the day. But I always saw this old green thermos, and it always hits a little special note in my heart, makes me think of my dad. But I got a feeling this one's gonna do really well. And like I said, I really didn't mean to get this big one, but here we are. So we're gonna go fill these up. We're gonna put very consistent hot water in all of them, and we'll see how they hold up. Let's go in the kitchen. I've had the water running for a few minutes. We're gonna take all the lids off of these things. We're gonna fill them up. All right, Stanley's full. The Thermos definitely has the smallest mouth out of all of them, which may be a little bit concerning if you're trying to pour hot liquid in, which I am, but it's from the sink, pretty easy. All right, that one's full. Let's fill up this Yeti. And we'll fill up the Rtic. Now let's go get these to the studio and we'll get a temperature reading on them. Oh, I got the lids ready out the kitchen. Let's get a temperature reading on these things, and we'll close them up and let them sit here, see which one does the best. All right, we're in Fahrenheit. Can you see that? I'm at about 145 degrees, my tap water. 145, 146, 5, 145 all the way across the board. Let's go ahead and cover them up and let them sit. Like I said, I'll go run some errands. It'll take me a few hours. Gotta go ride and pick up my Can-Am. It's finally ready. I had some transmission issues with it. It's been in the shop for a while, but it's ready. So I'm gonna go run to Homa and get my Can-Am. And when I get back, we'll see which one of these is the winner. My guess is it's gonna be the Stanley or the Yeti, but that's just my guess. All right, see you in a bit, or for you, like that. I'm back from running my errands in Homa, and my Can-Am was not ready. Imagine that, a dealership that didn't tell me the truth. Go figure. We are gonna go ahead and test the water temperature on these things, but before we do, let me talk about price. The Rtic and the Thermos were both around $30, and the Yeti and the Stanley were both around $50. Now, to enter a chance to win one of these thermoses, go ahead and like the video, comment which one you want, and if I receive 1,000 likes on this video before October 15th, I'll go ahead and give all 4 of them away. I'll draw them at random. I will only ship within the United States. Let's go ahead and open these things up and see which one won. So we'll start off with the Rtic, the smallest one. Still warm in there. Oh, not bad at all, not bad at all. 122 degrees. 122 for the Rtic. Now, let's see what our Yeti did. Oh, wow. Rtic and the Yeti are neck and neck. This one's at 121.5. Wow, I'm very impressed by that. Rtic did not claim a long time of heat, and it's been from 9 to 2:30, so it's been a while. Let's check out the Thermos. Wow, very impressive. 138.6 degrees. Wow. I am really impressed by that. Honestly, the Thermos feels like the lightest, cheapest one of the group. To see that type of temperature, I am really impressed by that, and I'm very curious what the Stanley's gonna look like. The Stanley's at 138 degrees. So we have a clear winner, the Stanley. The Stanley is the Thermos of choice. Now let me show you how these do work in case you're unfamiliar. If your Stanley lid is completely closed and you open it just a bit, you will be able to pour from it into your cup. Just like that. So the Stanley and the Thermos will do that. Guys, we definitely have a clear winner in the Stanley. When I say clear winner, although the Thermos and the Stanley were very close together in temperature, I think the build quality of the Stanley, it feels more substantial, and I've personally seen them last for years. And the fact that it does have a larger mouth that will be easier for pouring liquids in, I think clearly the Stanley is the winner from the group. Now, as far as from a value perspective, the Thermos will be hard to beat. It really holds heat for a long time as well. And the Thermos is a very close second. And I'm very surprised that the Yeti and the Rtic were so far back, so far behind. So there you go. If you're looking for a coffee thermos with a cup, now you won't be able to drink out of them from the container, but if you're good with that, if you're good with the coffee cup, these two thermoses really retain heat for a long time. I'm very surprised that the Rtic and the Yeti are both more than 10 degrees less than these two. So I think it's clear which one's the winner, guys. If you're going to sit on the side of your kid's football game and it's going to be cold and you want hot chocolate or coffee, this is going to be the way to keep it warm for the longest. And these two will be nice. They'll keep stuff warm for a while and you can actually drink out of them. So I think it's all going to depend on if you want a cup or if you don't want a cup. But clearly, Stanley is the way to go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see y'all on Everyday Man.